Hello, everybody, and welcome to a new video on our channel FPL Nerds. My name is MJ.
My name is Timo, and today we're gonna go through how our team did in game week 9 and our plans and transfer for game week 10. But what a game week that was! A lot of blanks,
Crazy.
a lot of goals also, so it was a mixed bag for everyone, but I think overall it was pretty good. So let's jump into it and see what happened. Okay, guys, so we're gonna start with my team. Last week I had a very huge green arrow of 1.2 million up. Uh,
Congrats.
thanks. Finally, I'm getting a bit of return so I can, climb up the ranks a bit so I can catch up. The aim is probably gonna reach top 100k, hopefully, by the end of the season because it started quite bad, so I'm not hoping for much. Anyway, let's go through the team itself. First of all, in goal, I have Ward, who surprisingly had a clean sheet, one bonus point, and one save point. So, 8 points in total, which was a quite good surprise because it was the last match in the week, and I needed this 8 points actually to get me a bit even higher in the ranks. So, great job, Ward. I hope you keep it up. After that, in the back, we had Cancelo, who unfortunately blank with only 1 point. James also blank, 2 points, which was a bit of a disappointment for both of them because they're a quite decent player with decent teams, but the game week went that way and they conceded, so nothing we can do much. Next to them is Trippier, who actually got a clean sheet and a bonus point, so which was great to see. In the middle, Salah only one assist. Still not in that form that we need him for that particular price. But I still believe in him, and I still believe that he can still do good in the upcoming weeks, especially from game week 12 on. Yeah, hopefully Salah will get better. And actually, last night in the Champions Leagues against Rangers, they actually won and kept a clean sheet, and he got a goal from a penalty. So let's see what happens next.
Yeah, it's a wait and see with Salah. So far, he's quite pricey, but some managers still have faith in him.
I'm one of them.
So, yeah, it's a wait and see.
Okay, so next to him was Elliot, who just got into the second half and didn't do much, so only 1 point. Next to him, and actually, before we move on to the next one, I actually in the previous video I said I was gonna be playing Williams, but in the last minute I decided to switch that and put Williams on the bench and play Elliot, which was actually not a bad decision because Williams got a -1, as we can see.
Yeah,
So
2 point difference.
yeah, exactly. So it helped a little bit. So let's get back to the mids. Next to them is Zaha with only 2 points. I didn't expect much from Zaha anyway in the Chelsea match, so no regrets there. And next to them is my great pick of of Bowen. 14 points. Got one goal, one assist, and bonus points. Total of 14 points. It was a really, really nice thing to see because it was one of my punts and it actually worked. And hopefully he can continue this and do a good run of goals and assists because of the fixture will help him to do so. So yeah, really happy with that one. In the front, the great Erling Haaland with another hat trick and a total of 46 points as he was my captain. Man, this guy keeps on delivering match after
Unstoppable.
match. Yeah, he's great. I don't know. He's probably the player that we should call essential. I don't really like to use
Yeah, definitely.
the word essential a lot in FPL, but definitely he is one.
Look,
Um,
as long as he's playing in that Pep Guardiola team and he's that number 9 and he has the minutes, he's gonna get the most chances out of all the strikers in the league. So as
true.
long as he plays, he is essential.
True, true. And just for a fun fact for Haaland, he actually had three consecutive hat trick in three consecutive home games. So every home game he played in the last three, he had a hat trick. Could he
Yep,
continue?
starting to break some records.
He already broke a few records already. So Yeah, and if he continued to do that and gets another one against Southampton, that would be awesome. All right, so moving on to next to him is Jesus, who also had one goal, which was great, a total of 8 points. And then, unfortunately, next to them is Mitrovic, who actually got out after 30 some minutes, like 32 or 34 minutes with an injury. And so far, I've been following the news online, and I found some articles suggesting that he will be out for the next 3 weeks. So not very good for the Mitrovic owner, especially the one like me who just got him a week ago. So he didn't deliver anything because he blanked in the last one, and this one he got 0 points. So not so great for Mitrovic. But things like this happen in FPL, so we have to take it on the chin
Yeah,
and go on.
exactly.
Nothing we can do more. All right.
Hmm.
So moving on to the bench, Sanchez 2 points on the bench, which was a good decision to play Ward ahead of him. As we mentioned, Williams with -1, Andreas 2 points, and Saliba 1 point. So overall, I had 94 points, which took me a very nice green arrow. So I'm really happy with that last week, and hopefully we can continue to do the same in upcoming weeks.
Yeah, definitely. 94 looks just amazing. From down here, it looks very nice.
Yeah, but I felt like a lot of managers actually got over 100 points, so I was almost there. I need like six
Yeah,
more points to the 100.
I saw some managers actually had the triple up in the middle with Madison, Bowen, and Foden.
Wow.
And yeah, absolutely crazy. They had 110 points, 120 points, and so on.
Yeah, with these three players and then Holland captain in the front, yeah, you're reaching the 100 points easily. Easily.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, guys. So that's it. That's it from my team for game week 9. Let's see what kind of transfer I'm thinking to do for the next one. Okay, so the transfer I will probably be making is taking out injured Mitrovic for Solanke. So let me explain my chain of thoughts of why I did that move. So I actually had 0 0.4 in the bank. So I could have gone from Mitrovic to Wilson to Tony, for example. However, I take a look at the fixtures that they both have, and it's kind of a mixed bag of fixtures, and mainly not really great from an attacking perspective. And I will have no money in the bank whatsoever to do anything else in the upcoming weeks. So since Bournemouth have a really good run of fixtures in the upcoming 4 or 5, and Solanke is the main man in the front, and he's also on penalties, and he's cheap. So
Hmm.
it couldn't go wrong. So even if he does blank in a couple of matches and he scores another two, that would be okay for his price point. And it will
Yeah,
allow me,
definitely.
yeah, it will allow me to have some money in the bank so I can do some extra transfers in the next week, especially for game week 12 when we have the blank of Man City and Arsenal. And there we probably need to do more than one transfer, maybe two or even three. So even if the underlying stats are not great so far, don't forget that Solanke also didn't play for 2 matches, so we have to take this in consideration. And for the match after the two blanks, he only played 45 minutes, so underlying stats doesn't tell us the whole story.
Yeah, 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 true. Uh, actually, okay, spoiler alert is the same exact transfer I made. So we won't be going through it all over again. And I don't really have much to add about this. And I'm not gonna be here and I'm not gonna stand here and tell you that Solanke is the best choice and everything. No, because I'm not gonna say against Solanke, but I wasn't very keen on Solanke as an option in the first place. However, now after this injury, literally the only other options that I see that are viable options are Tony and Wilson and Watkins. All right, but still, as you said, they are more expensive, and nothing gives me any guarantee that they're actually gonna do well in the coming fixtures. If I already had Tony, I would keep him definitely. But in order for me to waste a transfer in order to get him and then let's see whether or not he's gonna start returning, I would rather get Solanke, which I did, and get some extra funds in the bank, and then I can upgrade in a different place.
Exactly, exactly. It's kind of the same thing that I was thinking about. Yeah, precisely. All right. So that's it for the transfer. So let's see how my team is shaping up for the next week. All right. So this is how my team is shaping up for the game week 10. So in goal, I'll be playing actually Ward ahead of Sanchez because Ward have a match against Bournemouth. So it's better than Sanchez against Tottenham in any case. I'm still not expecting that much from Ward, but fixture-wise, I think he have a better chance of Sanchez statistically to get a clean sheet or maybe a few saves. Moving on to the defense, I have Cancelo, who have a really great fixture against Southampton. And actually, in the last night's match in Champions League, he managed to get an assist in the 5-0 win of Manchester City. So he's still showing that he can deliver some attacking returns. Not in the correct league, but still, I'm expecting for him for a home match against Southampton to do some damage. After that, we have James, who actually showed really great potential even in Champions League also last night. He scored 1 goal and 1 assist. And actually saw the highlights because I didn't see the whole match. But from what I saw, he's very active on the right side, and he made like a tons of crosses from the right side. One of them that Aubameyang actually got the goal from. So James is looking pretty good, and he's playing on the right wing back, so in his rightful position with Potter.
When he plays there, he's an absolute gem.
Exactly. It is his natural position to play in, kind of. So yeah, if he stays there, and I think he will with the new formation with Graham Potter, I think he will be delivering a lot for us. And it's quite a good match against Wolves at home. I know that Wolves been solid defensively so far, and they didn't concede that much of a goals in the season so far. But still, with the form that Chelsea are starting to show right now, I think they could get a few goals there.
Exactly. And don't forget that his main job is to keep a clean sheet, and anything that he gets as attacking returns is an absolute bonus.
Indeed.
But it's expected of him to do that.
Yeah. Hopefully. All right, so next time is Williams playing against Aston Villa at home. So it's a home match, which is good for him. However, I'm a bit doubtful now of Williams' minute because of Aurier that got joined the Nottingham Forest team recently. And he actually played in the last match for almost like half of the match, I think. So there could be some rotation there. So I'm not very sure 100% that Williams will be starting this one actually. But looking at the other options on the bench, I'd rather start him instead of anybody else, to be honest.
Yeah, he's the most attacking one.
Yeah, and it's a home match, and it's against Villa, so it looks okay. Finally, in the defense, I have Trippier, who is like a really good FPL asset. He's on corners, he on set pieces. He got a really nice goal last week from a set piece, which was very nice. And it's a match home against Brentford, so I think he can also deliver in this one. So yeah, that's it for the defense. Moving on to the midfield, I have Salah, who is my vice captain. It's against Arsenal. Liverpool maybe are starting a little bit to wake up, not fully there yet. So I'm not expecting much from Salah, but he can still, surprise us with a goal or two even. If he really get into form, I think he can do it.
I was just gonna say this: if Salah is in form, he's fixture proof. So regardless of the team he's playing, if he's having a good match and so is Liverpool, Salah can always bring those goals back.
Indeed. And I still have faith in him actually even after all of this and after he went down 0.2 in price. So yeah, but I'm keeping him. If I kept him that far, I think the fixtures will turn good for Liverpool from game week 12, so no point of taking him out right now.
Exactly.
After that, it's Zaha, and now it's the time for Zaha to shine, because I actually bought him for this specific run of fixtures from game week 10 on. It's a home match against Leeds. Leeds are not very good this season so far, and Crystal Palace have been showing that they're a very solid team under the Patrick Vieira leadership. And as we know, Zaha is the talisman of Crystal Palace, and yeah, he's on penalties, and I think he could deliver. So let's see what happens, and hopefully he can deliver some goods. Next to him is Bowen, also having a home match against Fulham. Bowen showed really that he can do it in the last match, and I hope he continue this form. He have all the reason to do so because we have a really good run of fixtures. So yeah, so let's see, let's hope Bowen continue his run of good form because he's a very big differential for me, and anything that he will get will definitely make me climb up these ranks quite fast.
Yeah, for the time being, I think the Bowen owner should be pretty satisfied and should
Yeah,
expect a lot of good things to come in the coming fixtures.
yeah. So far so good. Okay, so that's it for the mids. In the front, we have Jesus playing a home game, but against Liverpool. Well, Liverpool has not been really good defensively so far, so he still have a chance to probably score there. He's been showing he's in a great form. He's the number 9 of Arsenal, and he's really active. He really likes to go through players and have these really good chances to score from. So probably can do something against Liverpool, but no one knows. With Premier League, nobody really knows. Next to him, of course, is Haaland, who will be my captain. For sure, because like he's insane ownership over 80% right now. He's been scoring like crazy. He scored again in the Champions League last night, 2 goals actually. So if he continue this, I think he can make like a huge record at the end of the season. He could probably be the
Oh
highest
yeah.
points ever scored in FPL history. If
The way it started, I see no reason for that happening, and also I see no reason for any Haaland owner not to captain him.
Yeah, true. If you don't do that, you're crazy. Okay, so to finish up the starting 11, my new transfer in Solanke, who have a game against Leicester at home. So a home match is always an advantage. He's the front man, and he has the penalties. So hopefully he can deliver something. If not, I'm not that much of I'm not much like upset of it because it's like only 5.7, so you cannot really go wrong with that price point. But I'm really hoping for the best from Solanke. And on the bench, I have Andreas as a first sub, who have West Ham away. So Andreas is a good, solid substitute option. Always a 2 or 3
Yeah,
pointers.
definitely.
You can get always like an odd assist or goal from him, but not that much. Next to him is Elliot, who I'm really considering taking him out really soon because he's not getting me any points, and he's 5 million, so it's quite expensive for that particular position. So yeah, he's my second option on the bench, and finally Saliba against Liverpool at home. Uh, like Liverpool are not really good defensively, yes, but in the offense they could score a few goals. So I'm not gonna. There's probably been no clean sheet for Arsenal there, so that's why he's third option on the bench.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough.
So that concludes my team for game week 10. Hopefully that can get me some good points last week, and I continue my green arrow ride for the next few game weeks.
Your team overall looks really nice, actually. The only debatable player would be Jesus against Liverpool. That's the only tough fixture that you have. But let's not forget how dangerous can Jesus be. So overall, I think you will do quite well this week.
Yeah,
And Cancelo, I think he can bring a lot of points.
hopefully so. All right,
I don't
so
have him, but yeah,
yeah, you'll be a bit scared if he does score
I
something.
already am.
All right, guys. So that's it from my side. Let's see what MJ did in the last week and what the plans for the next one.
All right, then. So this is my team for game week 9. Unfortunately, I'm very sad to say I only scored 78 points. I dropped around 40k in rank. It was not a good game week whatsoever for me. And yes, the score says 78, but let's be realistic. 46 points came only from Haaland. All right. So yeah, let's go through the team itself. In goal, I have Ward, who did exceptional and got me 8 points. It was very unexpected, but I'm super satisfied, and he saved my rank a lot. Now, moving on to the defense, I have only Trippier that actually returned, and I would say that he was a little bit lucky to return because after he went out, he was subbed out. Newcastle actually received
Scored.
a goal. So
Yeah, true.
exactly, and he was able to walk away with the 7 points, which I'm super happy about. Apart from him, Chelsea received the goal against Crystal Palace, so obviously James only 2 points. Tsimikas was subbed in minute 58 by Klopp, and until the moment he got subbed, he already received 2 goals, so therefore 0 points. Eight Nuri, only 1 point. Moving to the mid, I only have De Bruyne, who returned actually. Once again, he delivered 2 assists, and he it's starting to become a good habit of his. 2 assists per game, it's quite nice. Okay, he's an
I
expensive player, but I'm pretty happy with it.
I
Go
actually
ahead.
think that he's developing a really good combination with Haaland. Like these two, when they are on the pitch together, De Bruyne is always looking for him to pass the ball. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that they're gonna develop like a really really good combination to continue delivering a lot of points.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. This was the reason why I actually got him in the team because of this magical duo that can happen
Yeah,
between him and Haaland.
exactly.
So yeah, and happily he was able to return this game week as well and saved me again. And apart from him, Son, he had a couple of chances. He didn't look too good during the match, but he had a couple of chances. Unfortunately, no points, so no returns, so only 2 points. Sterling looked pretty bad, to be honest, in the Crystal Palace match. Also, Crystal Palace played amazing. They were absolutely great.
Yeah,
So he only walked away with 2 points, and Zaha also unfortunately had a two-pointer against the Chelsea team, which they scored against, but he was not part of it. Okay, now moving on to the forwards, I have the mighty Mitrovic, which scored only 0 points for me as he got injured and subbed very early on. So yeah, unfortunately, 0 points, and the great Haaland, which we just discussed about him, and 46 pointer, absolutely incredible. I cannot really just no, he's just great. So yeah, looking at my overall team, I only had Ward, Trippier, De Bruyne, and Haaland that return out of 11 players, so 7 blanks and 4 returns. Now, moving on to the bench, I have Iverson with 0 points, obviously, and Neko Williams, -1 point, Andreas, 2 points, and Archer, 0 points. Overall, once again, I would say I'm considering the very bad week I had, especially in the midfield with Son, Sterling, and Zaha blanking. I would say I got pretty lucky with Ward delivering and Trippier delivering. They saved my game week
yeah,
because now I am on 87k, I believe.
yeah.
Yes, and I could have been on 140k if it wasn't for the last
Wow.
returns.
Okay, so
So yeah,
that actually tells you that the scores are still kind of close. They're not that far away.
yeah, exactly, exactly. And yeah, let's see how the team will be shaping up for next week. Spoiler alert: there was no transfer, or no, actually there was one transfer, but there was no new transfer. It's the same Mitrovic to Solanke
Solanke.
as Timo did as well. So I will just start sharing my team after the transfer.
All right, so yeah, let's check out your team and see how it's shaping up.
All right, then. So this is how my team is shaping up for game week 10. And I'm a bit excited, actually, once again. I know last week I was also very excited, but once again, I have another reason because the team is shaping up very nicely. So, yeah, let's get to it. In goal, I have Ward, who has an away match at Bournemouth. I'm uh, I'm not gonna say I'm expecting him to keep a clean sheet, but at least if he's not gonna keep that clean sheet, I hope that it's gonna be Solanke who's gonna be scoring that goal.
Exactly. The same
Exactly.
as you here.
Now, moving on to the defense, I have James who's going to play against Wolverhampton at home. Once again, if he's going to play that right hand side of the pitch, I think he has a very good chance of delivering some assists or even goals. And defensive wise, I think Chelsea could be able to keep a clean sheet against a Wolverhampton team that is not very attacking. Now, next to him, I have Tsimikas, who I just transferred in last week, actually, and didn't pay up, not at all. He has a tough game against Arsenal away. I will get back to him in a little bit because there is a possibility that he will actually be leaving the team for a -4, but I will go through this after I finish with the team. And he has a tough game against Arsenal. Not expecting too much of him. Also, I see that Klopp is developing a habit of removing players between before minute 60. He already removed Tsimikas twice in a row, minute 58. Also removed subbed out Trent, not the last match, the one before in minute 58, and he also did the same with Robertson. I think around game week 3 or 4, I cannot remember.
Yeah, true.
So it's becoming a habit. Yeah. Okay, now moving on to Williams, Neco Williams. He has an okay fixture against Aston Villa at home. I'm not really expecting any clean sheets from his side, to be very honest. However, he's an attacking defender, and considering the bench that I have, I still think he's the best option at this point.
Okay.
And for to close the defense, I have Kieran Trippier. I'm super happy with him. He has an away. He has a home match against Brentford. Also, he's not very relevant, but his price went up again. Now he's 5.5. He looks good. I think he can deliver free kicks. He's on corners, crosses, and leaving all that aside, he's very good defensively. Newcastle is very good defensively.
True.
So yeah, this sums up my defense. And moving to the midfield, this is where it gets interesting, and this is where my hopes are the highest, basically. I will start off with Kevin De Bruyne, a home match against Southampton. It's absolutely great on paper, and with the form that both him and Erling Haaland are showing, I think I have no reason not to expect good things.
Yeah,
To
and he's
expect at least assist, 2 assists, a goal or two, maybe. We never know.
yeah, and he's a good differential also because not a lot of people have De Bruyne so far. So
Yeah,
if he does score, that's actually very good for you for the ranks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I'm really expecting good stuff against Southampton at home. And next, I have Son. Once again, he has a tough away game at Brighton. However, this is Tottenham we're speaking about. They are quite offensive. They look good in the attack, and Son, he can get those returns. Last game, he had a couple of chances. They were missed. I think there was a shot as well as an assist towards a bad pass towards Richarlison, actually, which could have converted easier. And yeah, he has an away game with Brighton, and I'm expecting him to do good. Next to him, we have Sterling against Wolverhampton at home. He has he definitely has the upper hand. Wolverhampton has looked a little bit strong actually in the defense, but I'm definitely not expecting them to keep a clean sheet. And for the people that I'm actually expecting to return from Chelsea, it should be either Aubameyang, Sterling, James, Chilwell if he plays. So I'm expecting to see good things from Sterling as well.
Okay,
And to,
just a little information
yeah,
maybe about Chelsea before we move on. I don't know if you guys saw the last match against Chelsea, but Fofana went out with an injury and it actually looks quite bad. So if any of you guys have Fofana or planning on getting him, just double check the press conference before the game week starts because from what I saw, it looks quite bad for Fofana. So, just heads up.
yeah. Thank you. Very good point, actually. And yeah. So I think Sterling should be able to do a pretty good job. And now with Fofana missing, actually, I'll go back to the Tsimikas part as I'm actually thinking that I could take a -4 and get Kukureya instead of Tsimikas.
Okay.
Okay, because now with Fofana missing, I'm expecting if Kukureya, sorry, Chilwell, not Kukureya, apologies. I want to get Chilwell because Kukureya will be playing as center back most probably
Yeah.
until Fofana's back. The other options are Piliqueta and Chaloba, which to be honest, I don't rate them that much. But I'm still waiting to see the press conference, and from there we see
What happens?
whether or
Okay.
not I'm gonna take this -4.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay. Now to close up the midfield, I have Wilfred Zaha, an amazing fixture against Leeds, and not only I think he has good fixtures until game week 17 or 18, something like this. And Crystal Palace is looking amazingly good in the offense. Olise, Eze, even the striker, whether it's Mateta or
Edward.
Edward, they are looking good. They're looking very good. And from Zaha, I'm truly expecting to see lots of good things. He has a very good XGI, and the fixtures are helping him. I'm expecting to see good returns. Okay. And moving on to the attack, I'm not going to go too much about it because it's Erling Haaland, who is absolutely essential. And if you have him, captain him. There's no doubts
Definitely.
about that.
Definitely.
And next to him, Solanke. He's not the greatest choice. However, he's priced at 5.7. I had to take Mitrovic out, and my other option was only Ivan Toney or Wilson. I didn't want to pick Wilson because of the rotation risk, and Ivan Toney, he had mixed fixtures, and I'm not very sure I wanted to invest 7.3 in him.
True. And beside
Yeah.
Isaac, we still don't know exactly what the extent of his injury, so we don't know if he's gonna start playing or not again. Plus, Wilson is also kind of a troll, even for, like especially for me
Oh,
in the
yeah.
past few seasons. He also injury prone, so there's a lot of question marks over Wilson. So I would rather not go there. So yeah, that's why also that I chose Solanke because it's a kind of a less risk.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a low budget risk, to put it that way.
Exactly.
Mhm. All right then. Now moving on to the bench, I have Iverson, who's gonna be Ward's backup. First sub will be Andreas. He has an away match against West Ham. It's pretty decent. Eight Nuri against Chelsea will be my second sub. Not expecting anything from his side, to be very honest. That's why he's on my. He's actually the last sub I have, but as Archer is not gonna get any minutes,
Yeah.
most probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, overall, this is my team. This is how it's shaping up. Still not very decided whether I should start Chimikas or transfer Chilwell. And I'm pretty excited, and I'm hoping for a good score this
Well,
week.
to be honest, look, if your midfield all kind of delivered, you're in a very good place.
At least two or three of them.
Yeah, exactly. But if they blank, then it's a different story. So, but honestly, they looks pretty good. So the De Bruyne, Son, Sterling, and Zaha, that looks a very solid midfield. And on paper, this should all get some return. So hopefully you can get you up the ranks again and green arrow again.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so.
Okay, guys, so that's it for today's video. If you enjoy the content, please drop us a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can get all the new videos. And we'll be seeing you soon. Good luck with the next game week, and have a good one.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.